Hey guys, it's Blake with Dominion Strength Training. This week's Training Tip Tuesday is about shoulder impingement. What is it, why is it bad, and how can we prevent it while we're lifting? So the most common form of shoulder impingement is actually very easy to demonstrate. So what we're going to do, go ahead and raise your elbow up 90 degrees with your hand pointing straight ahead. And then without shrugging the shoulder, don't do this, but try to continue raising the elbow past where it already is. And you're going to feel a tightness right here in the shoulder, okay, and a resistance to going any higher. That's shoulder impingement. So what's actually happening, the shoulder is a ball and socket joint. So you've got your socket, you've got the ball, and as it tries to rotate up past a certain point, it's actually running in to part of the socket. Now the ball, of course, is the head of the humerus. That's the head of your arm bone. The socket part that we're worried about is something called the acromion process. It's a bone that's part of the scapula. It comes across your shoulder and around to the front, and it makes up the part of the socket that we're concerned about. And what you're actually feeling when you feel this impingement is you're pinching your rotator cuff between the head of the humerus and the acromion process. So the shoulder impingement is obviously bad. Everyone has heard of rotator cuff injuries, and this is how they're caused. You've got the condition of shoulder impingement along with movement and also loading. So where does this come up when we're weight training? Obviously the number one thing is the bench press, right? Because we're in this position, we're in a condition possibly of shoulder impingement, we're loaded, and we're moving the arms. The way that we're going to protect the shoulder in the bench press is, instead of maintaining this position here, we're going to lower the elbows, lower the hands, and we're going to touch the bar lower than where it would touch if we stayed in line with the shoulder. So in line with the shoulder would be about here on the chest. We want to aim for a point 2 to 3 inches lower than that, so that instead of coming straight down and risking our rotator cuff with shoulder impingement, we're going to bring the bar down the chest when we touch. Another place this happens really frequently is with dips, and especially weighted dips. Now, I would say that a weighted dip is probably the best bench press assistance exercise that you can do. So you want to do weighted dips, but you always want to make sure that the elbows and the hands are always very close to the body. You never want to flare out, and you never want a situation where the hands are very far out from the body. Where this can happen, ring dips. So ring dips, there's nothing keeping the rings in. The rings can go out, and this position of being out in internal rotation in the shoulders and being loaded is a very, very good way to have a rotator cuff injury. And of course, one thing that should never, ever, ever be done is weighted ring dips. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. Hope you understand now what shoulder impingement is, why it's bad, and how we can prevent it in the most common scenario, the bench press, when we're lifting. If this has been helpful to you, please hit like on the video. Also subscribe to our channel. We put videos out like this every week. And also head over to dominionstrengthtraining.com. We've got our leather weightlifting belt there along with several other products. And that's all for this week. See you next time.